Welcome. This is Zangler, the Tesla Semi Advocate, bringing you the latest update from the Tesla Semi Factory, high volume semi factory, affectionately referred to as Giga Semi. This video was shot April 14th, about 4:30 in the afternoon, and it's the first video in about a week. And there are both dramatic changes and a lot of not so dramatic changes, but significant. Safe to say a lot of progress is being made, and this factory is shaping up and starting to look like a completed factory. One of the areas of change, of significant progress, is all of the loading bays. You can see there the prep work, the initial prep work there. It's kind of nice. You can see that first stage, and then you can see the second stage there where they're preparing to pour cement. There's a slight grade going down into the loading bays, and elsewhere you'll see completed concrete pours for the loading bays. This is the south end of the building, and for those of you who aren't familiar, sometimes I forget that I could have new viewers that haven't seen all of the other ones. Many of my viewers are loyal and consistent viewers, and they already know. We are now at the southeast corner of the building, and we're going to take a look over here to see if there's interesting things. My job is to just point out and observe things that I see. But one of the best things about these videos is having people who know more about construction, and specifically certain aspects of construction, are able to enlighten us in the replies and comments. There's a look at Legacy Giga Nevada. And we are doing, by popular demand, we're going to do a circumnavigation, which used to be a standard for me, but recently I've been focusing in on the stamping pit. And in this case, I'm going to focus in on the stamping pit last, and the stamping building. So as a viewer, if you see things that are interesting or that stand out to you as significant progress from the last week or two, but be sure to point them out. These little pillars, I believe, rise up to ground level. As you can see, it's a little hard with the lighting, and also on the smaller screen on my Mac. A lot of times there's things I don't notice until I post it and see it on YouTube on my big screen. Anyway, there are more loading bays. We're coming now to the southeast corner. I may have said that the previous area was the southeast. That's actually the northeast. This is the southeast. And I apologize if I got that mixed up. I should know better. Anyway, we'll take a look. Quite a few vehicles still here. At 4:35, it was actually kind of eerily quiet from my drone takeoff parking location. And I just think that north end of the building, much of the work has been done. These vehicles are, I believe, not only people working on the stamping pit to our left, but workers on the inside doing preparation for building the semi lines, the actual production lines. There you see some of the steel that it will be used to complete the building. That is the entranceway, and you'll see now, you can see there, and you'll see later, and at the very end, if you stick with it, you'll see in the rendering, you'll see that there's some sort of block wall, look like large blocks. So this is the dramatic progress that I see, is this high wall twice the size of the rest of the factory. We've seen from the rendering that was going to happen, and now we see it happening. These are sky braces from BZI, but these are the jumbo sky braces. We've never seen them this big, and these large ones have reinforcement tensioning wires. Remind me of the outriggers on a sport fishing boat. As you go out, extend pretty far, you need extra support that these tension wires provide. And this is the first time we've seen sky braces with those supports, and these are giant. The normal size sky brace can be seen up above that appendage, that part of the building that sticks out, those right there. Interesting that this has this one little appendage, one little section of the building sticks out there, and be interesting to see why. It's only going to be that one area. The stamping pit hole there, from if you've been paying attention or following along, will be outside the perimeter of the building. Only that one little section will stick out, and it's in close proximity to the what'll probably be an elevator or something to bring up stamped spoiled parts, the metal that's left over, and that might be where they bring it out. We just went past the completed concrete loading bays. We'll come back to them in a little while. I think you'll get a chance to see them again. But all windows are in on the west, north, and east side of the building. And here's very interesting. As you can see in another rendering, that there's going to be tanks and other things here, and we'll get a closer look at those structures right there on the right. There's some sort of, they might be, I would love to see Joe Tegmeyer weigh in. I think he did a segment on these, on that type of equipment, and it's like a hopper. And I don't know if this gives us a clue that there will be battery production here, battery cell production, not just battery pack production, which I think is likely, but we don't know for sure if they're going to build actual cells here that go into the packs or not. We could be surprised with a new cell, a new battery cell for the semi that currently uses 2170s. And I'm not even talking 4680s. I'm wondering if those CATL square batteries, square/rectangular, not round batteries, might be involved in the new generation of Tesla Semi, which I believe they are in the process of designing. Anyway, if anybody knows if that equipment right there for those hoppers give us any kind of clue, and as you can see, they're on concrete pedestals that just like over here. And so something similar to that may be in store for those concrete pedestals that are not yet, that don't have anything on them yet. But when this factory is completed, one could look back at all of these videos and everything will make sense. As it is now, they're playing it fairly close to the vest, and all we can do is speculate, and sometimes informed speculation, mostly from viewers that know more than I. Don't know if I didn't think to get close enough to see what the brand of that is, but I will reach out to Joe and see if he can identify what those are. I got a good feeling he can. And much respect and props to Joe Tegmeyer. He is the my muse on this, and I can only hope to do justice to the level of effort and quality of production that Joe Tegmeyer has in his Giga Texas coverage. There's a little peek inside the giant BFD, big freaking doors, big friendly doors, or big something doors. But these are giant doors. Taking a little peek, can't see much. Maybe a viewer will have some idea what that is. And trust me, we're going to go back and take a closer look at the stamping building and the giant walls that have gone up, and talk about it in depth. And there's that concrete that's been poured, and I imagine it won't be long until all of the loading bay concrete will be poured. You can see a little bit inside what's going on inside. What's amazing to me for scale is that there is a full-size grader inside the stamping building portion that has been assembled. Here's a good look at the bigger of the two stamping pits. They have, looks like they may still be pouring or building the forms to pour the overhead ceiling for these doors, which will also be the floor doors for these stamping pits. And one thing that should be pointed out is all of the backfilling has been done. If you remember, the last time we looked at them, they were maybe halfway done with backfilling and compacting the dirt around these stamping pits. And here's just a good look at those giant sky braces and the high double height portion of the building that requires additional very beefy columns. And curious to see if they bring in the stamping equipment before they complete the building. Time will tell. I'm looking forward to seeing the first bridge crane. There's the grader. Look at that. That is a huge piece of construction equipment, a grader that you might see plowing snow up on I-80 pass. And here's the giant crane, and mountain crane with tracks, and they're using it to install these extended length sky braces, and they're working right there on the struts that support it. Going to just stand back. I'm going to use the built-in feature of the DJI drone and do a master shot, and I think I'll just play music during it. So I'm going to digress a little bit while we watch additional footage of the stamping building being constructed, and point out that I've never really ever said like and subscribe, or tried to coerce viewers into supporting the channel. But I'll have to say that if you get any value from these videos, whether it's on X/Twitter or on YouTube, it would really help me if you engaged it. It would help the channel if you engaged, if you're on X, if you replied and or reposted with comment, and or subscribed, which would cost you a whole $5 a month. Or on YouTube, if you like it or subscribe to this channel, it would really help. It's somewhat stagnant, and I've mentioned before, I didn't start this for any sort of monetary gain. I did it because I am a fan and an advocate of the Tesla Semi. I happen to live nearby. I never owned a drone. I spent quite a bit of money on the drone, and I only use it for this. And just if you take a minute, especially if you watch regularly, if you could take a minute to engage and or encourage others in the Tesla community to help support the channel. I'd really like to see, I know there's more people that watch these videos than I have followers or subscribers. So anyway, I'll leave you at that. The drone has just ran out of battery, and it is doing the automatic return to home. You'll see that I have my my old truck, my diesel truck. I have always told people I am sort of a conundrum, topped off with a dichotomy with sprinkles, with Enigma sprinkles on top, in that I have a EV Tesla Model S Plaid. I'll go ahead and drop that. And I also have an old school Ford Power Stroke diesel, and they both serve different purposes. This truck basically is used mostly to tow my fishing boat and for a full-size camper. And I don't really off-road except to get into lakes and fish. And now you'll see that I bleed Dodger blue. Don't let that. If you're not a Dodger fan, I won't hold that against you, and you shouldn't hold it against me. Thanks a lot. And I'll see you in a few days with a new video.